Today we will be discussing about a kind of network attack known as SYN flooding. This is basically a protocol-based denial of service attack which uses TCP SYN packets. Before we discuss the SYN flood attack, we need to discuss what is a three-way handshake. So this diagram shows a three-way handshake. From the client, there is a SYN packet sent to the server with the port number, and from the server the SYN acknowledge packet is sent back to the client, and from the client again an acknowledgement is sent to the server to establish a connection. So since TCP is a connection oriented protocol, so this is how the connection is first established and then the data is being transmitted. So from the client, there is a SYN packet which goes to the server. From server, a SYN acknowledge packet comes, and from this client, again an acknowledgement goes to the server. So what does a SYN flood do? They are actually exploiting this TCP three-way handshake. Instead of sending the last acknowledgement, it keeps on sending the SYN packets to the server, and the server is kept busy while acknowledging to the this SYN request. So here the client will keep on sending certain SYN packets, the server will keep on sending the SYN acknowledge packets, and this acknowledgement is never sent by the client or the attacker here in this case. So how we can do that, we will see that in a short while. In this particular case, what happens to the server is that the server will keep on, it will be busy, sending the SYN acknowledge packet to the attacker, and it will not be able to respond to the legitimate user's request. So those users would be denied of the service which they were intended to get from the server. So that's what the denial of service means. This particular attack is a kind of protocol based denial of service attack, and in this we are going to use two machines. So here I'm using virtual machines. This one is a Windows Server 2022, and there is another server, another machine here, that's Kali Linux, which we'll be using to launch the attack. So this Windows server would be the server and the Kali Linux will act as the attacker. So let's go and open this Windows machine, and to observe what is happening here, we have to first use the Wireshark tool so that we can see the network activity and the packets which are being sent to this machine by the Kali Linux. So here in this Wireshark, I am going to select this Ethernet 2 as the interface for capturing the packets. So here you can select the interface, and this pin, if you click here, it will start capturing the packets. So you can see here that there are certain packets which are being captured. Now we go back to the Kali Linux, and here we open the terminal. So in this terminal, we are going to use certain commands and tools which will send some specially crafted packets to the Windows machine to launch a SYN flood attack. In order to launch the SYN flood attack, we are going to use a tool known as hping. Hping is basically a packet crafter tool which is used, or which can be used, to craft specialized packets based on your requirement. In this particular example, we are going to draft some packet with only one flag on, that's the SYN. So only SYN bit will be on, rest all the flags will not be on. So for that matter, we are going to use this hping as a tool. The first thing that I'm going to use is, I'm going to become a super user by saying sudo -i, and let me just make it bigger. Yeah. So now I'm going to use the hping command. So the hping command that we are going to use is this one. Here we say hping here. I'll copy this command and paste it, and let me paste it here. Paste clipboard. So you can see here that the command is hping dash s dash c 10 dash p 80 and then the machine's name. So dash s means that only the SYN flag will be on, and then dash c means the count. So we are here crafting 10 counts of packets with SYN bit on, and these are destined to port number 80 of this machine. That's the another machine that I had just shown you, in which we had opened the Wireshark. So if I execute this command, it will start sending the packets to the Windows machine. So you can see here that 10 packets were transmitted and 0 packets were received, because we are not receiving, this is a half open scan, we are not receiving anything, we are just sending the packets. Let's go back to the Windows machine and see if it has captured some of the packets. It's capturing many packets. Let us now put a filter here. This filter will only choose those packets in which the SYN flag is 1 and the acknowledgement is 0 and which are destined to port number 80. So let me put the filter here. And apply this filter. It will take a while to apply the filter. And it will show you all the packets with So if I go here and type this filter, it will filter out only those packets which have SYN bit on and acknowledgement bit 0. If I look deeper into the description of this packet, you can see here that here only one flag is on. So I am clicking on flags under the transmission control protocol description, and you can see here that this is only the only flag which is set here is SYN flag. The other flags are not set. So that means that our window machine is receiving those packets and our Kali machine is able to send those packets here. But that's not actually a SYN flooding. The SYN flooding actually sends a very large number of packets to the other machine, and without even without even looking for the response. So the next command that I'm going to use is for flood, that is hping 3, then SYN flood on with SYN bit on, port destined to port number 80, and this is the machine name, and with dash dash flood. That means it will send very large number of packets to the Windows machine. Let me just copy this and paste it here. Remove these extra characters that have been copied and execute this command. So here nothing will be shown because it is in flood mode. Let me go back to the Windows machine and see if it is, clear this filter and see if it is capturing certain things. Yeah, it is capturing many packets here. If I go to the performance to see the performance of this machine, go to the task manager and go to the performance here. So you can see that the bandwidth consumption has increased. So now it is consuming a lot of bandwidth and it is consuming the resources of the server, making it unavailable to the legitimate users. So this is how the SYN flooding works. So here in this particular example, we have used Kali Linux with HPing tool to launch Syn Flood Attack on a Windows server. That's how this denial of service attack works. I hope you like this video and you understand how these things work. Okay, enjoy learning.